Hello friends, my name is Kate. Welcome back. You'll never believe what we're doing today. I'm updating my project pan. Yes, for the first time in 5 months. It's fine. I have a lot of empties, as you can imagine, to share with you today. I have a bunch of new roll-ins. This is kind of like a reset on the whole project, given that last time I told you about it was in 2022. I kind of lost momentum with this, and I don't know. I don't know if doing a traditional like rolling style project pan is going to be for me going forward, but I do have some things I'm kind of excited to start over with today. So let's get into it. Let's talk about last time. I'll show you my new stuff. Also, I'm infuriated by the lighting in here. I've been struggling, rearranging things, trying other spots in the house. I do what I can with natural lighting, and it is the grayest, saddest, grossest winter day out right now, as it has been for the last forever. So I apologize for that. It's St. Patty's Day. This shirt is green. Like, it is green, and everything in here looks blue. So sorry about that. However, the last time you were at this angle, we had horrible wallpaper still up and everything was torn apart, and we finished our bathroom since then, so you get to see that a little bit. Put this all up by myself. My dad came over and we got some little beadboard like wainscoting going on. It's cute. I like it. So that's not what you're here for. Let's talk about what I was doing last time I updated this project. I'm so disorganized. Okay, so I had 8 products that I was keeping you updated on, and we'll kind of go in order of what I did in that video. I had been panning a basic chapstick. I've been using this basically as a brow gel every single day. I put my powder on my brows, swipe this over top of it, and then comb through it. It works fine for that purpose. It does not pan it very quickly. I would say there's like half of this than what there was at the last update. And that's 5 months of daily use. So this is gonna be around pretty much forever, which is fine. Like, it's a gross old chapstick that, you know, I can't throw things away. I have to use them. So I'll keep using it for that purpose, and it's fine. Not very exciting, so this is not gonna stay in the project. Like, why am I keeping tallies and tracking on this when it's just like such a blah part of my routine anyway? And yeah, yeah. So what's going out? I was also working on a lipstick. This one's exciting. During my last update of this project pan. This is the Avon lipstick in the color Uptown Pink. I have numbers here that I don't trust at all. I don't know when I started tracking these, how well I was keeping track of them. I don't know. So I think I used this an additional 21 times since that last update, and here's what it's looking like today. Isn't that lovely? So this is not the end of this lipstick story. The component is empty and can now go away. However, I do have a good bit of this left. I have depotted it. Here's how much we are still working with. And this is going to stay in for the new version of this project. Still quite a bit there. I think I can work through it fairly quickly if I just decide to do so, because since I got down and dug into the component, I think I've used this like 1 time. So we'll be seeing more of that. I was also working on the Thrive Brilliant Eye Brightener Shadow Stick in the color Miko, and I used this 23 additional times since the last update. And that's what we're looking like. This is totally gone, every drop used. The rest of what very little came out when I was down flush with the packaging, I just mixed in like my Franken lipstick leftovers, which you'll see in a little bit, and called it done. So this also can go away. Here is where that Thrive stick was at the last update, at this little line here, and used it all the way down to the bottom. Next, I was working on the Purador organic castor oil. I've been using this as a hair mask. This is where we were at the last update. Since then, I've used this 2 times. there's no new mark, and this is going out of the project. I've not been enjoying this lately. Maybe I will come back to the point where I want to do like oil masks before I shower. Right now it's just not for me. And I'm not getting use on it, and it's not exciting, so it's going out. I had also been working on my Harvest blush in the color blush, and let's see, I can show you for the Avon lipstick, I guess, too. The Avon lipstick had been here. I guess I hadn't because it was in my car, that's why I hadn't updated it. That's where we were at last September, and since used all the way down, that's where the component started. So exciting. So the Harvest blush at my last update was at that last line right there, and down to the bottom was flush with the component, and here's what it looks like today. So you can tell it's all the way down with the plastic, and I am actually going to pause. I'm going to dig this out, and I'm going to put it in something else. This is still working fine to go in here with a brush and swirl it out. I just feel like I have so many little components that are taking up room that are nearly empty, or at this point, essentially garbage. I just feel like I need to move out of my life. So I'll be back in 1 minute. All right, that's what it's looking like. Not a ton left in there, but I'm just gonna be happy to not have this around anymore. Next up, we have a category of all of my lipsticks, which was a good plan. Working on one lipstick in a project pan is really difficult. I think kind of focusing on using all of mine to a greater degree rather than one really did help. So I had been using a little Avon sample. If you saw it in the last video, it took me 17 uses to finish off what little bit was left. I also had frankened a like corally red color and put it in this little pan of my brow kit. I also finished that. That took 10 uses. And I had my other bullet lipstick in. This is the Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Light Beige Frost. And I'll show you where we were at the last update. At this line right there for October. Here's what we're looking like today. And I know that I used this 46 times to get it down to our most recent line there. So I have not quite cut the amount of this in half in a year, but without really seriously trying to pan it, I've managed to do that. So I think that's very exciting. I'm not going to keep this in the project per se. This is kind of my car lipstick. So I do get regular use on it. And I'm just gonna keep plodding away at it like that. Eventually, depending on where this project goes, how much success I have, I may roll this in to try to fully pan it, but for now, I'm very happy with that. And then I have my Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder. I had hit pan on this and had a very sizable pan, repressed it, and then rolled it into the project. And it took me 134 uses to get this result of every single little bit of it panned, used up. So this empty also can go away. And that is the end of everything that had been in my project since last I updated you. I also have several other empties I just want to show you, and then I can get rid of them. I have a setting spray that I've used up. This is the e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist, and I really did not enjoy this. I was happy to have this used up. I wanted to try something different, even though I knew my old staple that I had replaced with this. I liked better, and I didn't love this. Not great. And then I have a mascara. This is one of many Thrive liquid lashes that I've had over the years that I finished off, and now it can go away. So now I will tell you what my project pan is going to look like going forward. I changed kind of the way that I've approached this. I have a lot of things that are usage goals now instead of just intending to use them up, which I think is going to be a lot better of an approach just to kind of keep me motivated and keep me into it. So first up is this amalgamation of products. I call this my Franken lipstick, although really my purpose for it is to use it as more of a cream blush. Here's what we look like. And this pink right here is the Harvest Blush that I just scraped into here. I will mix this all up later. There's not a ton in here, as you can see, but this is going to take a very long time to use up, I'm anticipating. I did use it as a blush today, and I have been using it fairly frequently. It takes very, very little to get color payoff. Like, I tap my finger in there and then like tap, tap, tap and blend it out, and that's it. So right now I have the goal to use this 50 times. I don't think that that will finish it, but I think setting that goal is going to get me to 50 uses way faster than saying, oh, I want to use it and then not using it that much. So that's where I'm at with that. I guess I'll also tell you what's in here. There is a little bit of that Avon lipstick I showed you earlier. There's several of those Avon samples. If you saw my makeup inventory that I showed then, there's the rest of that Thrive eyeshadow stick in here and maybe a few other things, but for the most part, it's lipsticks and now that little bit of blush, and yeah, I just like to get it finished off. Next is the rest of the Avon lipstick. I have a similar goal. I want to use this 50 times. That might finish this off, especially using it as a lipstick. It's a little more product than as a blush. And now that we're coming into spring, I think I'll be a little bit more drawn to this kind of bold pink. So that's that. Next up is a product that is kind of a gimme because I'm going to finish it anyway, but I thought if I'm finishing it and showing you the empties, it may as well be in my project pan. This is my Maybelline BB Fresh Skin Hydrating Beauty Balm. Now, I don't have a way to measure this for you other than telling you it's very light right now. Maybe by the next update I can have it upside down for a while, get some air out, and be able to make a mark for you, but I was not going to be able to do that today without having this kind of get everywhere, and I've already done my makeup, so I think this is definitely, there's less than half in here. It feels very lightweight. I'm still consistently getting product out, so my only goal for this is just to finish it because I think I am so close to that, and hopefully I'll have an empty for you soon here. Next is the Wet n Wild Brow Kit I showed you earlier. I haven't touched this in like a year because I've been using my Pan-It palette for my brows. So I'm really excited to get back into using this again. I use the bottom shade on my brows, and then you can see there's a little dip in the lighter shade. I actually got that by using this to make fake freckles. So as we're coming into warmer months here, maybe, hopefully, eventually, I can get some better use on that. So this is counting as 2 products for each shade there, and I want to use each of them 50 times. Next, I have another nail polish, because of course I do. I panned, I think 7 or 8 nail polishes last year, not counting base and top coats. But this one, a little bit different approach. I'm not speeding through them because I'm using a peel-off base coat. But anyway, this is the Sally Hansen Extreme Wear in the shade Camelot. This is one of my favorite nail polishes. It's just a very easy wearable nude, and this is my starting point for today, so it's already very, very low. And I feel like this is a very earned pan because I've used this more naturally than I kind of was panning things last year, because this is like full, 5-day to a week manicures, and that's just how much I like this shade and how regularly I've been using it. So my goal at the moment is to use it 5 times. That might finish it, it might not. I didn't want to just make my goal to finish it because you guys know how that goes. You think it's going to take 5 uses and then it doesn't, and then you use it a few more times and you're like, it's never going to end, and now I'm discouraged. So 5 times, and then we'll reevaluate, see where we're at. I have some other springy colors I want to use as well, so that's where I'm leaving that at the moment. Next up, turn the page in my notes here because my brain doesn't work, is my Hard Candy lip gloss in the shade Superficial. This is a very old product of mine. It's a very basic pink lip gloss. I have kind of unofficially already been working on this year. You can see that's where we're starting from, and I think I was probably somewhere a little farther up here already at the start of the year, but this lives in my car. Use this whenever I feel like I need a little hydration or I think of it. So I think this is definitely gonna go very quickly. I'm setting a goal right now to use this 25 times, and I don't think that'll finish it, but then we'll reassess. The ultimate goal is to finish it, but don't tell Kate that, because going for usage goals keeps her much more motivated. So next up are some gimme products that honestly I'm gonna pan anyway, and I figure I might as well do it on camera for you. So first up, I have my Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is kind of my holy grail setting spray. I had one of these, I got the e.l.f. one, used it up, didn't love it, and got another of these, and I've gone through it so fast. So I will be done with this in a matter of maybe a month or a little bit more than that. And then I think it's Milani that makes the one that has green tea version of this. Maybe I'm making that up. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'd like to try that next. But love this. We'll have no issue finishing it. I'll be able to show you, and that's our little mark of where we're starting from. Next up is my Honest mascara. This is a double-ended primer and mascara, so this will go very quickly. And to be honest, it's very, very low. I don't even use the primer side anymore because I really don't get anything on the spoolie. I don't know why I'm showing you this. You can't see in there. But I like this a lot. I think this will certainly be gone within a month, and I'm happy to have it out. I liked this. I wouldn't repurchase it. I've decided tubing mascaras are kind of all that's for me from here on out. The Thrive one is my favorite. It's phenomenal. It's also super expensive. So I'm hoping when this is gone, maybe I can pick up the Milani tubing mascara. I've heard a lot of conflicting things. I know people either love it or they absolutely despise it. So if you've ever used it, please let me know how you feel about it. Yeah, I'd love a drugstore option that's not, you know, like $25 plus shipping, even though I love, love, love the Thrive, but anyway. And that brings us to my last product, which is several products. And this is something you've seen before, my e.l.f. Mad for Matte Nude Mood palette. So I have finally come to a decision about this after several months of talking about it. And I'm gonna be rolling this into my project pan. And this is not going to, for my purposes, be considered an eyeshadow product at this point. So what I'm going to try to pan are these 4 shades right here. And I'm just gonna consider this a little tiny face palette. At the start of the month, this shade right here looked untouched. So in just 17 days, that's how much use I've gotten on it. So I think these should go very fast using them on the face. This shade also is like completely translucent. So I think I'm gonna continue to use this as a face and eye setting shade, and it doesn't somehow wash me out because there's no pigment to it whatsoever. So that should be fine. This shade I'm gonna use as a bronzer. I am wearing it today. It works very nicely for that. And then this shade I've actually used as a blush a couple times. It is very light, but I can always layer it or find other ways to use it. So I think that should be very easy. I am kind of considering at this point the rest of the palette doesn't exist. Yes, this is a spoiler for my Pan Those eyeshadows, but at this point I'm over it, so that's what we're gonna plan to do with that. And those are all of my products going forward from here. I don't think I will be updating this project monthly. It's not for me. Yeah, so I'm gonna update this kind of as I feel appropriate and as I have empties and progress to share with you. And yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes. I hope you're all doing well. Take care. Have a great month, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.